Hey, how's it going? So, it's been a while since I made a video. Um, my legs had gotten swollen earlier, or was it late last month? In the middle of last month. Well, I was able to walk again, and they swelled up again. But I'm not in a lot of pain right now. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's time to make a video. One of the things that I do see a lot, especially when I'm posting fingerboard videos where I'm hanging out with my friends and stuff, is I wish I had a scene like that. Or I wish I had people to fingerboard with. Well, here to help you out. This talkie video is going to be a few different things that you can do to help grow your fingerboard scene, which I think this can apply to other sort of niche hobbies, what have you, but we're going to stick to fingerboarding with this one. I guess one of the misconceptions I think when it comes to growing a fingerboard scene is you don't need a big company to back you, or like a local company that's pretty well known to back you. You can do it just all on your own. Just takes a little bit of time, maybe a lot of bit of time. So just real quick, just some backstory. There's a hair right there. Just for a little bit of backstory, for a really long time, I want to say maybe around 2010, I stopped talking to just about everybody, stayed indoors all the time. So coming back into the fingerboard scene, I was going to be just fine being where I was. So fast forward several months, and I mean, like, it was maybe 8 or 9 months when I got back into fingerboarding, when I was just sticking to this table. Well, it wasn't this table, it was a different table, but I was just sticking to the table, getting into fingerboarding, trying out a whole bunch of boards, which a lot of y'all know. And then I just decided, like, you know what? I'm gonna go outside and fingerboard. See if I can find some people that fingerboard. So once you make that decision of, I want to go out and meet some new people here in this fingerboarding world, what you're gonna want to do is use the internet. Because what I think is, there may not be a fingerboard scene yet. It's more like y'all haven't found each other yet. So one of the first things I would say you should probably do, go onto Facebook, Reddit, Discord. There's a few Discord servers that are about fingerboarding, and start building some sort of connections with people. So what I did is I logged on to Facebook. I found a few fingerboarding pages. If you go to, I think it says people or members, and then you can filter out by members near you, and it'll have people that either live in your city or like pretty close to you. Shoot those people a message, and then just wait to hear back. If you don't get a message back in a reasonable amount of time, don't take it personal. Don't get discouraged. People probably just don't check Facebook anymore. I don't know why. I mean, I barely check Facebook, so I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to send out those messages, but that's what I did. Because I had an Instagram for a really long time, but I never posted anything. And I kind of still sort of post every now and then. The point is, you send out messages. If they message you back, cool, then start going from there. If not, I guess just move forward. And speaking of Instagram, this goes for TikTok as well. I would highly suggest posting some fingerboarding. Doesn't even have to be good, but just, simple, just a few tricks here and there around the house. I would say it's better to do it outdoors, but I mean, you do what you want to, but make sure to tag your location, city and state. A lot of people have found us, and when I say us, I mean like the fingerboard group, through the reels that get posted, because they'll see that we're doing it at a park. But yeah, make sure to tag your location so people can find you, or they can see like, hey, that's not too far from where I am, and then there you go. It's growing. And to the same extent, I would say that even goes for YouTube. You can put in your, like for me, it'd be San Antonio, Texas fingerboarding, or call it something like that. But it does take some time. It takes a lot of time. When we first started meeting up, it was me, Devin, Jaden, Matt, and Londo. There was a fifth one. Oh, I was the fifth one. It was us five. It was us five. We would meet up at the park, and then at the beginning, people would send me the messages, and we're like, oh yeah, just meet up over here, or they would send Devin a message, and then, we get the connections that way. But that happened because we would tag, like, not the park that we were in. I don't mean get like that specific, but just city and state. And then hopefully you'll show up in their feed because they see this, the algorithm sees that you're in the same location or whatever. But yeah, that's how it got from us 5 to now. I think we have like 30 something people, something like that fingerboard here in San Antonio. And it's not like they just started fingerboarding. No, they've been fingerboarding. It's just we haven't found each other yet. So I'm pretty sure there is plenty of people that are into fingerboarding in your area. You just got to find them or them find you. And then even then, they don't even have to be near you. There's this one guy that comes in fingerboards. He lives about an hour away. Actually, there's a few people that live about an hour away, and they'll come to the sesh to come fingerboard. And then on the flip side, Devin and Jaden, they live like 5 minutes away from me. And they've lived 5 minutes away from me for a very long time, but I had no idea because I wasn't tagging my location. So yeah, that's wild. Another thing that I do want to bring up is it's probably best to meet in a public place first. You don't want to meet someone for the first time and they're like, oh yeah, no, my fingerboard park is over here in my dark basement. You go first type of situation. You don't want to be in that. So when we first started meeting up, the first time I met Devin, we met up at that park. A lot of the videos of like when we started meeting up, those FB beginnings of FBS, which isn't an event yet, but it's what we call like when we all meet up. They were met at a park that's maybe 5 minutes from my house. What I'm getting at is a park, a mall, just somewhere out in public. You do want to be safe when you're meeting new people, or at least in my opinion, you want to be safe when meeting new people. What I did before I met them, I would go out, and I remember I posted, I was like, man, this is the first time in a long time that I've been out my house in public like this. I went to the food court at the mall down the street from my house, and I was fingerboarding there. Didn't tag my location because I completely forgot. Or actually, I don't even think I was doing that at that time. But yeah, I had posted that I was just fingerboarding out at the mall. I guess what I was really hoping for was people would notice me fingerboarding, come up and be like, hey, what's that? And then it can start growing that way as well. You never know. And on top of that, I guess like I didn't even go to the Zoomies. That was like, it was a little bit of a walk from the food court. They had a fingerboard park there. I had no clue. So you might want to go check in with your Zoomies, see if people fingerboard over there. Same thing with your local skate shop. Go check over there. I'm pretty sure they've heard of a tech deck, and they might have some idea of people that fingerboard, people that go there and fingerboard. So go check them out. Which does also bring me to my next point. I'm not doing it right now, but most of the time I am wearing some sort of fingerboard merch, whether it be like a shirt from Slush Cult. I have shirts from Joy Cult, Cowply, hats from Cowply. I don't think I have any Joy Cult hats. I have hats from Slush Cult. And there's like a whole bunch of other brands, and it doesn't even have to be shirts. As you can see, I carry this around with me. This is where I put my fluids. This is where I drink my water from, and I have a whole bunch of fingerboard stickers on there. If people fingerboard, they'll know what those stickers are. For instance, the other day I went to go pump gas, and there was this one guy. I've seen him there a few times. It's a gas station right at the corner of my neighborhood. For whatever reason, I guess that was the first time that I walked in wearing a Slush Cult shirt, and he was like, I like your shirt. And I thought, maybe it was just the colors or whatever. I was like, you know about Slush Cult? And then before I can finish that sentence, he had brought out a Grom deck that he was using. And I was like, oh, you fingerboard? He's like, yeah, me and my friends, we've been looking for more people to fingerboard with. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we meet up at this time, but we're leaving the Vooz and then probably gonna take a break from meeting up when I get back. And it's been a few months now. Just stuff keeps happening. So yeah, point is, I've seen him a few times. He's seen me a few times. Didn't have anything to talk about except, can I get 30 on pump 6? And that was it. But when I wore the Slush Cult shirt, there was that connection that was made. So yeah, get yourself some fingerboard merch and rep that fingerboard merch. Hats, shirts, hoodies, stickers, patches, keychains, just fingerboarding out in public. There's a bunch of different ways you can go and say that you're a fingerboarder and everyone knows how niche this hobby is, so it's not hard to be like, hey, you fingerboard? I fingerboard too. Something like that. And I guess for the final tip, which for me would be kind of obvious, is, and I say if because I didn't have any friends for the longest time, if you got friends that don't fingerboard, let them try it out. See if they'll get into it. Then it doesn't have to be this Saver deck by Famous with Joy Colt OG XL wheels and dynamic trucks, 34mm wide, epic S&T. But it could. No, just go grab them a tech deck, tell them to go buy a tech deck, a Grom deck, what have you. Just get started fingerboarding. Try it out. It's fun. It's even more fun when you're fingerboarding with people, because I guess for me it pushes your skill level a lot faster than trying to learn stuff by yourself. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it, at least for what I can think of off the top of my head. When it comes to the starting point of growing your fingerboard scene wherever you are. Hopefully this video helps. If you have a question, throw it down in the comments. If I don't answer it, hopefully someone else will. Or if you are a part of a large fingerboard scene as well and I missed something, definitely throw it down in the comments. So let's all just learn from each other. Let's all help each other out and grow this community, because it's growing like crazy. And, you know, with these small connections, it'll just grow even faster. But I do feel like those are some pretty good starting off points in getting your own scene growing. So that'll do it for now. Take it easy. Have a good one. Oh, wait. And if you live in San Antonio, Texas, SATX, I don't know how to make it any clearer. Countdown City 210. I don't know what else they call us. The River City? Yeah, River City, I think. Look, I don't know. All right. Remember the Alamo, City of the Alamo, what have you. Shoot me a message at TCGene89. My Instagram will be down in the description below. Let's get to session. Let's get to. Come hang out. That'll do it for now. Take it easy. Have a good one.
Burns. What up, man?
Whoa, y'all got like a whole...
Hell yeah, we got our own booze right here.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, we got our own booze right here, dog.
I got your homework and I like a little bit more.
Says it's FBS to 1.
Sure.